I don't believe in the concept of a provider man. There is no such a thing as a provider man, because that phrase in itself devalues the labor of women generally. Hence the reason they place so much emphasis on men's financial, like their financial provision in the house, that they devalue every single labor and resource that women actually bring into the households. There are so many women who are working and are providing. A provider man, whatever, is just somebody who is financially involved in the house. That doesn't mean the person is emotionally involved or physically involved or mentally involved or anything. It simply means the person is just financially involved. Okay, and whether you like it or not, just because your labor and your input is not monetized yet does not mean that you are not providing. If you're caring for a child, that simply means daycare. The person is saving money on daycare because of your presence. If you're cooking, the person is saving money on a cook. If you're cleaning, the person is saving money on a cleaner. That is actual jobs that could have been paid for. If the person is even sleeping with you, they could have been spending money on a sex worker. If the person is getting emotional support from you, they could be paying a therapist. Okay, no matter what it is that you think a woman is bringing in a house, those things are actually things that can be monetized. Someone like me, people DM me to talk to me. If you want a phone call with me, sometimes it is charged. In fact, most of the time, it is paid. Okay, that is, men get access to speaking with women or be in their presence without even being paid, without paying for it. That is a resource. There are people who, I saw one lady who started a business here on social media where if you need to vent or whatever, you pay her and then you speak to her. That is a business. So there's no such thing as men are providers. And if we're being honest, most of the households that you know are run by women financially. It's just that we've demonized the idea, not like demonized, we've just attached shame to women providing or financially providing in the house, so much so that women don't say they are actually contributing financially to their house. And to be fair, me, I agree. If you are living with a man in a household, I don't also want you to be that financially invested in the household, to be fair. And I explained this a lot. You're a woman, you are fighting principalities and powers. Society is principalities and powers. That man that you're married to is a principality and power. So you need to save as much money as you can. In case of anything, you'll be able to protect yourself and possibly your children. Okay? Because being with a man means it's almost as if it's a ticking time bomb. Somehow, someday, as long as you live enough, maybe you guys may end up in a divorce battle, which would in turn custody battle. Those things cost money. They cost money. Okay? So yeah, I don't believe in a man being any provider. He's just financially involved. It doesn't mean he's providing anything. And money is the cheapest thing, really, of all of this labor that I mentioned. Money is the cheapest thing. If you've had a family and you understand what it takes to actually care for a family and put a family together, you will put no value on men bringing money into the house. But that's by the way. When it comes to paying on a first date, or whatever, why should you go and pay money to be in a man's presence? Like, why am I paying money for what we are going to eat? I did not ask to be in your presence. So why the heck am I? You will invite me out because you want to speak to me. You want to be in my presence. It is you who wants it. It's not me. So if I am honoring you with my presence and you expect me to split that bill, like, you're crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, that's by the way. And you talk about benevolent patriarchy. Generally, I think the whole concept of making women source out for benevolent patriarchs is a defeatist mindset. Okay, that means you feel defeated, so you're trying to pick from a better slave master. That's just what it means. So yeah, that's rubbish. Okay, but generally, that whole concept of a provider man conversation is a very stupid conversation, to be honest. Men don't provide shit. Women provide. Even that security they talk about, oh, women protection and the rest. Your mother is most likely to protect you 10 times than your father can ever do. So yeah.